The point of all of this math practice is we don't want your brain to have to be working super hard on the multiplication, because you're going to have to read word problems, and we really need your brain to be thinking about, okay, what do I need to solve here? What numbers do I need? Because you've seen that sometimes in the story problems, they give you way more information. They want to see if you can determine, Gracie, are you listening? Gracie. Gracie. Are you listening? Okay, I had to call your name about 5 times. Come on, zone in. This is important. You're going to have to do a lot of critical thinking to figure out what you need to do to solve the problems moving forward. So that's why we want this part, the math, to be the easy part, to know you can do the multiplication, because you're going to need all of your brain energy to solve the problems, okay? Okay, I saw Aaliyah's hand. Were you going to tell me what we were doing in lesson 8? Was that what your hand was up for? You have any volume? Okay, who is looking at, what are we practicing today with your lesson 8 homework? Who knows? Colin?
Partial products, then write the partial products thing down on the place value chart.
Okay, so we're doing more multiplying using a place value chart and partial products. Very good. So what page should your book be open to? Andrew, what page are we on? Andrew?
Page 37.
No. Reese?
44.
44. So turn to page 44. Noah, where are you? Noah. All right, I guess we'll get started without him. Okay, I'm going to share my screen with you, and so you can see my page. Now, there's a lot of problems on these pages. We're going to see how well you guys do with them and see how many we need to do, okay? So that's another good thing about coming to math class, because if you don't come to class, you're just going to have to do all of them to get all your practice in. But when you, Sophia, did you just come in or have you been here?
I just came in.
Okay, I just want to make sure I marked you down. Thank you. Okay, let's zoom in. And Sophia, why don't you go ahead and read the directions?
Represent the following expressions with discs. Regrouping is necessary. Writing a matching expression and recording the partial products vertically as shown below.
Okay, so they want you to do all of those things with all the problems. I'll tell you what we're going to do for each of them, okay? Maria Dinkel, go ahead and unmute yourself, and you're going to start us off today. Read letter A, please.
2 times 424.
Okay, so Maria, what do they have drawn in your chart? Look at these discs. What number do these discs represent?
424.
Very good. Okay, so Maria, if we want to show 2 times 424, what do we need to do? Here's one group. I need to show 2 groups.
For the ones, you double it kind of, and
we're gonna write 400. We have 424 written once. We need to put this 2 times. So we're gonna put 4 in the hundreds place. So right now, everyone's pencils should be moving. 4 in the hundreds, 2 in the tens, and 4 in the ones. Now, Maria, if we're using this place value chart, what do we have to look to see if we need to do next?
See if we need to bundle any.
Very good. So we start in the ones place, the smallest. How many ones do you have?
8.
Do you have to bundle?
No.
Nope. So I'm going to put an 8 right here. How about tens?
No.
How many do we have?
4.
And how about hundreds?
No.
How many do we have?
8.
So
I mean,
we
4. Wait, 8.
so we think our final answer is going to be what, Maria?
848.
Okay, Kaliana, go ahead and unmute yourself. You're going to help me with the next part. We're going to do this a couple different ways. Can you get yourself unmuted? All right. So Kaliana, do you see where I'm pointing now? You're going to help me with this row. Okay. So now I want you to look, how many ones do you have in, I don't want to look at my whole chart now. I just want to look at the very first number. So look where I boxed that in. How many ones are there?
4.
So when you look at this expression, 2 times 4 ones, now Kaliana, I want you to look at my whole chart. When I multiply 2 times 4 ones, what do I get?
8.
I'm going to put an 8 right here. Now let's move to the tens. Kaliana, look at my box. How many discs are in my box? In the tens place.
2.
So Kaliana, for this problem, if I'm multiplying by 2, I'm going to do 2 times 2 what? What place value is this?
10.
So now, Kaliana, I need a number. If I multiply 2 times 2 tens, I have 4 tens total. What number represents 4 tens? So if you had 4 longs, which is the same as 4 tens, what's the value of that? How many do you have? What's the value of one of these?
10.
So count by tens for me. Go.
10. 20. 30. 40.
Okay, so we have 40. Now we're going to go to the hundreds place. So in my box, Kaliana, how many hundreds do I have?
4.
So I'm going to put 4 hundreds here. When I multiply 2 times 4 hundreds, what do I get total in my hundreds place? Count by 100 for all of those discs. Count by 100, go.
100. 200. 300. 400. 500. 600. 700. 800.
800. Okay, go ahead and mute yourself. It's pretty loud there. Hayden Garland, what would I do with these 3 numbers to get my answer?
You add them together.
What is 800 plus 40 plus 8?
800 plus 40 plus 8 is 848.
Very good. And look, that matches up with our place value chart. So now we're going to do this one more way. Julian Pletcher, go ahead and unmute yourself, please. I want you to help me with this one. You, not your dad. You know how to unmute yourself? It should be at the bottom left-hand corner.
My switch, you can get.
Got a bad connection, Teach.
Okay. Let me know if it gets better. I see Noah's face now. Noah, why don't you go ahead and unmute yourself and you can help me with this part. Okay, no, we're going to solve this using partial products. So I'm going to start here. So I'm going to multiply 2 times what?
Two times 1.
No, that's not a 1.
4.
2 times 4 ones. What is 2 times 4 ones?
Oh, yeah. This is my favorite part. Andrew,
What's 2 times 4?
the only way to get up here is on the
2
over the glass
times 4
and onto the roof.
is
Are your eyes closed?
Remember your 2 facts. You just have to double this number. 4 plus 4.
Including you guys. So right when you enter, we have 2 comfy chairs for relaxing
10.
that you can
No.
move. So we'll go right here, Andrew. Maybe when
8.
you must
Mhm.
have snacks there. We can
Now
do-
what do we multiply, Noah?
we have literal
2.
plates
2
sitting
times
there.
what?
Then right here is some
2 times 2.
But what place value is that in? 2 what? What place value is that?
2 tens.
2 10. So, no, we're multiplying 2 times 20. What is 2 times 20?
2 times 20.
Remember, take off the 0. Put in your answer. What's 2 times 2?
The rooftop can be transformed. Like
60.
No, go ahead. Can you turn the television off, please?
move this up here.
It's loud, and that's all we can hear.
The ref can sit right there. Ref for what?
Hayden, do you have a question? Thank you, Noah.
I was waiting for the next one.
Okay. All right, Noah. What's 2 times 2?
4.
So 2 times 20 equals what?
40.
Let's write that down. Zach, whatever you're watching on TV, turn it off. I want your face facing this camera, and I want to see your pencil moving. Get in the camera, put your book down, and I want you to turn your computer so I can see your body, so I can see you working. There you go. Remember, stick with me for this 45 minutes, then you'll be almost done for the day. All right, Noah, let's finish up. So now we have 2 times 4 what? What place value is that 4 in?
400.
Okay, so that's just like doing 2 times 400. So how many zeros do I have to take off in 2 times 400?
2.
Okay, I'm going to put them in my answer. And what's 2 times 4?
8. 800.
So I'm going to put that over here. Now what do I do, Noah, to finish it up?
You add all of them.
All right, 8 plus 0 plus 0.
8.
4 plus 0.
4.
8 plus nothing.
8.
And look at that, guys. We have 848, 848, 848. So we should be super confident that our final answer is 848. Any questions before we move on? We did 1, 2, 3, 4 methods here. Now we're going to just focus on one method for each problem. So we're going to skip to letter C. Skip down to letter C. Olivia, read letter C for us.
4 times 1,424.
Okay, so Olivia, what's the first thing that we should do? Just go ahead and leave yourself unmuted because you're going to help me with this one. What's the first thing I need to do?
The first thing we need to do is draw a chart.
Well, we're going to use partial products to solve this. What would we do if we're using partial products? I'll help you out. The first thing we need to do is rewrite the problem. 1,424 times 4. I need to rewrite it. Noah, I don't see your pencil moving. Okay, now Olivia, what else do we need to do to make sure our problem is set up?
We need to draw a
Come on,
bar.
you know what it, yeah, there you go, work bar, very good. Now we're ready to start multiplying. So I'm gonna help you with my arrows to help you figure out each of those partial products. What do we start with?
We start with 4 times 4.
And I'm gonna put this to the right. What's 4 times 4 equal?
16.
Is Tegan on here? Tegan?
Yes.
Tegan, I wanted to point this out to you because it was hard for me to explain it. I think on the work that you sent me, you were doing all of your math up here. I want you to try to keep it on the same line as where your answer is. So you see how that this is all lined up?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so just try to organize it that way, okay?
Okay.
Okay, Olivia, after 4 times 4, what's next?
4 times 2.
Now, that's how they, sometimes this is a problem. It's not 2, that's the number. What's the 2 that, what's the
times
value of that 2?
20.
There you go. So what is 4 times 20?
80.
Yep. And you see how I'm keeping it lined up? This is my second line, and I'm going to line up my numbers over here. And my third step, Olivia, is 4 times what?
4 times 400.
Mm-hmm. Getting more and more zeros. What is 4 times 400? Take off the 2. It leaves you with 4 times 4 equals?
1,600.
Okay, so now look, I'm going to make sure I line up my ones, my tens, my hundreds, and my thousands. And Olivia, what's my last partial product?
4 times 1,000 equals 4,000.
There you go. All right, so we have all of our partial products done. The only thing we have left to do is what, Olivia?
Add all of them up.
All right, add up the ones,
6,
tens,
90,
hundreds,
600,
and thousands.
500. I mean,
5,000. And so your final answer is what, Olivia?
5,696.
Very good. So if you've noticed, who haven't I talked to yet? Soren, so far, all of the problems we have solved, we've multiplied 2, 3, and digit numbers on top by how many digits on the bottom?
Can you get me like what did you say again?
So far, all of the problems that we've been practicing have either 3 digits on the top as the bigger number, 4 digits as the bigger number, but we multiply. How many digits has the second number been?
The digit,
How many digits are here?
there are 4 digits.
No, on the bottom.
Oh. 1.
1. If you've noticed, remember, this is basic, boys and girls, because we're doing lots of numbers on top, but only 1 on the bottom. So we're still at the very basic level, okay? A little bit more than our facts, but this is as simple as it's going to be. So I'm going to open this up so I can see everyone. I'm going to scan through. Is there anyone that's confused with any of the 3 or 4 digit by 1 digit? And you have a question? Hayden, turn your camera on. Stop turning it off. Unmute yourself if you have a question for me. I don't see any hands. All right, let's go ahead and flip the page. We're going to move on to number 2, and we're going to get into some groups. So you are going to solve these using partial products. Carson, what method are we using?
Partial products.
Partial product. So if you want to, you can even put a box around this because we're using partial products today. Number 2, it says partial products. If you have to remind yourself, and that's what I want you to be practicing. Okay, so when you look at your, I forgot I didn't have my screen share. Right here, we're doing partial products. So we're going to get into some groups. Before I put you into breakout groups, let's set this problem up. 617 times 2 with your work bar. Okay, we're going to try this. When you get into your breakout groups, the past couple days, this week, once we talked about what you need to be doing in your groups, you guys have been perfect. Every group I sneak into, I hear more than one leader saying, okay, first we're going to do this. Noah, turn your camera on or else I'm going to remove you. First, we're going to do this. Then we're going to do this. Last, we'll do this. Next. Okay. And I even hear people saying, okay, Jack, what do you think we should do next? Or good job, Carissa. What do you think we should do first? You guys are working so well in your groups. So what I want you to do, we're going to try something different. You're still going to solve this together. But when you come back, I want you to give one person the job of typing the answer in the chat to me. That's how we'll check your work. We won't go through every single step unless we have to. I think we'll get through more problems quicker that way. Do you understand? So you're going to solve with your group. Whenever you come back to me, while you're in your group, you're going to decide. Today, we'll have you go into the same breakout groups. So then everyone gets a turn. Next time, designate a different person to be the reporter. When you come back to me, I want you to type your answer in the chat. Remember, only I see the chat. Right? Give me a thumbs up if you understand what you're doing. Unmute yourself if you have a question. Andrew, do you understand what we're supposed to do? Okay, then I should see a thumbs up. Okay, I'm going to get your groups ready. Okay, go ahead and join your group.
I didn't get a message.
Me either.
Now, did you?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So what is 2 times 7, Caliana?
Times
Then after no
You
one
drop.
goes, Chase can go, and then I'll go, and then Noah, so we all get a chance to go.
So you do 2 times 7
Mhm.
equals 14.
2 times 1. 2 times 10 equals 20.
Okay. Now, 2. What is that? Alright, so now, wait, 2 times 600.
2 times 600 is what?
1,200. Yes, I agree.
Remember, Zoe, write it down and then take off your zeros. That'll help you. All of that should be to the right of your problem.
So now we have to add them all up.
Gracie, do you want to add them all up?
Okay, what's up? What came up?
I think she's still writing.
Okay, I guess.
So, yeah, 7 times 2 is 14. And then the next thing, 1 times 2. Carter, what's 1 times 2?
Now
You mean
remember,
10 times
Sophia-
2?
Yeah,
Well,
sorry.
good job, Carter. Good job.
1 times 20. Yeah, 1 times 20.
20. You just gave me the
2
answer.
times 10. Yeah, 2 times 10.
It's 20.
I kind of just gave out the answer technically. So, and then 2 times 600. Hayden, what's 2 times 600? Hayden?
I think it's 1,200.
First, let's just we have 41 seconds to figure out this problem. So
It's 1,200.
we have to actually do everything instead of just saying the answer. So 600 times 2.
That's not everything. That's the answer for 2 times 600.
Oh yeah, sorry, I didn't know, I couldn't really hear you, and because I have my brother in the, so 600 times 2, yeah, and then we have 17.
All right, now that you guys are back, whoever you designated to type into the chat, go ahead and type the answer that you got. All right, Sarah's group is correct. Don't forget to type one person from each group should type your answer into the chat. So far, I only have Sarah's group. Finn's group is correct. Reese's group is correct. Carson's group is correct. Tanya's group is correct. Andrew's group is correct. Gracie, yes. Ilea, yes. Carter, yes. Riley's group, yes. Tessa, Maria, Olivia. Olivia's group, hold on. Tessa's group is not correct. Olivia's group is not correct. Okay, so Tessa and Olivia.
Is my
If
mic
you're in Tessa's group or Olivia's group, I want you to listen up. Make sure you focus in on my page. Soar and mute yourself. Okay, Tessa, what's the first thing your group did?
We did 7 times 2, and then that's 14. So we put the 4 down and then carried the 1.
Well, you shouldn't carry the 1 and no. Does your paper look like this?
No, we did the 1 at the top.
Well, like you're adding.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not partial product, so maybe that's why you were having trouble. What was your next step?
And then we did the 2 times 20 equals 40.
No, that's not a 20. 2 times what?
1.
What? No, that's not a 1. Remember, it's in
Or
the
10.
tens place. Okay. What is 2 times 10?
20.
Okay, let me put that over here. And then your final partial product is 2 times what?
600.
What is 2 times 600?
1,200.
Okay. Who else has one? Olivia, go ahead and unmute yourself. Did you guys have these 3 partial products?
Yes.
Okay, where do you think your mistake was? In the adding? What do you have in your ones place?
A 4,
Tens?
5,
So what's 1 plus 2
3,
plus 0?
3.
I bet you your numbers might have not been lined up. Maybe you had a 2, you're from the hundreds over here. Maybe that's how you got 5. What's 2 plus nothing?
2. I mean,
And,
200.
and 1 plus nothing.
1,000.
Okay, so if you were in Olivia or Tessa's group, I want to make sure you have this fixed. And your final answer should be 1,234. Okay, we're going to try another one. Let's go to 600, letter B, 642 times 5. Set it up for partial products. Finn, you have a question, honey?
No.
Okay. Partial products. You're going to go back to the same group. This time, choose a different person to type in at the end. There you go. Go to your breakout group, Soren and Sunny. Bella.
I didn't get one. I
Look-
didn't get one.
Move some things around on your screen because they're all there. Maybe minimize the zoom and see if it's hiding underneath something. Soren, are you going to your breakout group?
I can't find it.
Okay, why don't you guys just unmute yourself and work together here then?
Okay.
Is that okay?
Mm-hmm.
And I'll stay with you guys and help you if you need help.
Okay. So first we start with 5 times 2. And that's 10.
Bella, go ahead and unmute yourself so you can help Sunny. What's wrong, Bella? Are you confused about something?
I got mad at my parent because she wouldn't shut up. And I
Okay.
told-
Okay, so I think Sunny started you off and she said 5 times 2 equals 10. Just let's start there.
Wait, what did you say 5 times 2 was?
10.
10.
Okay. I knew that, but I was just making sure. Okay. Then 5 times 40 is. Wait, let me write that down. 5 times 4 is.
Now remember, it's not 4, it's in the tens place. So what's it worth?
40.
There you go. I'm going to sneak over to a couple other groups and I'll be back, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Hi, Miss Shiftrick.
How you guys doing?
Good.
Are you all finished?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, quiz each other on some facts for about 30 seconds, then I'll bring you back, okay?
Okay.
So,
5 times 4.
what's 7 times 5?
5 is
5 times
I have my
600 equals.
Do that.
Audrey. Audrey.
All right, remember when you come on back in, whoever you designated to type the answer, go ahead and I'll let you know. Zach's group is good. Carson's group is good. Riley's group is good. The legend, aka Chase's group is good. So that's 4. We need 11 total. We had 11 groups. Still got some more people coming back. Don't forget to type your team's answer into the chat if you're the reporter for this round. Don't forget to type your team's answer into the chat if you're the recorder this time. Jack's group is good. Tessa's group is good. Brian's good. Peyton's good. Okay, Sunny and Bella, you guys had 5 times 2 equals 10. And then what did you get for 5 times 40?
I texted mine in the chat.
Okay, Sophia's group, we have a mistake there too. Okay, so Sophia's group and Bella's group. Make sure you focus.
I told Sophia I didn't understand where the 8 was coming from. I knew it was 3,210.
Okay, well, let's work it out together. So, Sophia, you guys had 5 times 2 equals what?
10.
Okay, then what was your next step?
40 times 5.
And what did you get for that answer?
200.
And then your last step?
Oh. 5 times 600. Wait.
Mhm.
Yeah. Equals 3,000. Yeah, to be honest.
Sunny, where was your group's mistake?
I know.
I think in that place value.
Did you have 10, 200, and 3,000?
Oh, I did 500 instead of 600.
Down here.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Sunny, add these up for me. Add up the ones, please.
0,
Tens,
1,
hundreds,
2,
thousands.
3.
There's how we got 3,210.
Would you stop it?
Okay, any questions? Go ahead and unmute yourself if you have a question.
Are we doing problem C?
No, we're going to skip to some word problems now.
Okay.
Okay, so let's flip your book over to page 46, number 3. Chase, since you had yourself unmuted, why don't you go ahead and read problem 3 to us.
Okay. Every day, Penelope jogs 3 laps
The
around
P,
the play.
Chase. There's no
What?
like my old last name, like Penazi, Penelope.
Penelope jogs 3 laps around the playground to keep in shape. The playground is rectangular with a width of 163 m and a length of 320 m.
You know what
Find the
that M,
total amount of meters in 1 lap.
do you know what that M stands for?
Meters.
Meters. Very good. Okay, so first, let's get back into our good habits. Who remembers when we have a story problem, what the first thing we should do is after we read it?
Underline.
Yep. Okay, so it's important to know that Penelope jogs 3 laps. We also want to know how big it is. It has a width of 163 and a length of 320. Now, questions like these, I like to have a picture. So, let's see. Zachary, what shape is the playground in? No, I read your lips. You said rectangle. So I'm going to draw my playground. Unmute yourself, Zach, because you're going to help me a little bit now. So here's my playground. I want to label some things that I know about it. So what do we know about how big this playground is?
The width of it is 163 meters.
Okay, so I know that a property of rectangles is opposite sides are equal. So I'm going to label both of these 163 meters. What else do we know, Zach?
That the length of it is 320 meters.
Okay, so I'm also going to label the length 320. Part A says, find the total amount of meters in 1 lap. So Zach, how could we figure out how far Penelope runs if she's going starting here and running down, cross, down, and back up.
We'd have to add all the numbers up.
Okay. So the total amount of meters in one lap. So we're going to go 320 plus 163 plus 320 plus 163. So Zach, are we using any multiplication here?
No.
No. So guys, remember, now they're switching it up. They're going to see if we can still add and add correctly. So don't get zoned in on this being a multiplication lesson and everything being multiplication. Now we're doing something else to see if we can keep our addition skills sharp. Nevaeh, what's 0 plus 3 plus 0 plus 3?
6.
2 plus 6
8.
plus 2
10.
plus 6.
16.
So I put down my 6, and here, Tessa, there's where we carry the 1. Now, Nevaeh, what's 1 plus 3
4.
plus 1
5.
plus 3
8.
plus 1?
9.
Nevaeh, how many meters are in one lap?
966.
Good. And let's label that meters. There's our first answer. Riley with an R. Go ahead and read letter B.
Determine how many meters Penelope jogs in 3 laps.
So now we need to figure out how far she jogs in 3 laps. There's a couple different ways that we could solve this. So Riley, how can we use part A to help us solve part B?
We could do 966 times 3.
Very good. Now, really, it's good for us to use multiplication now because that's what we're practicing. But Riley, let's say this is the PSSAs and you don't feel very confident with your multiplication. Maybe you're having a bad day and you forget. What else can you use to solve this?
You could do 966 plus 966 plus 966.
There you go. You could do repeated addition also. So remember, this is just one strategy, but since we're practicing multiplication, let's solve. Hunter, can you go ahead and unmute for me?
Yeah. Sure.
Okay, Hunter, help me out. Where do I start if I'm using partial products?
The 3 times 6,
Equals?
which equals 18.
Good. So I'm going to put that, lining up my numbers. Now who wrestles?
3 times 60.
And what's that give us?
Right, let me write it down. Equals
Okay.
180.
Good. I took off my 0, put in my answer, and I'm left with 3 times 6 equals 180. And then my last wrestling match.
3 times 900.
And this one, I take off 2 zeros, put them in my answer. I'm left with 3 times 9 equals
3,700.
And then what's left? What do I need to do?
We're gonna have to add them all up.
All right, add up my ones.
Right. So writing down. All right. 8 plus 0 equals 8. 1 plus 8 plus 0 equals 9. 1 plus 7 equals 8. And then 2 plus nothing equals 2. We get 2,898.
Final answer?
2,898.
Huh?
2,898 meters.
That's what I thought you said. Good job. And let's circle that so you know that's your final answer. All right, good job today. I think that was the last one. All right, so you guys know who's going to be joining Penelope soon. Did you hear the news?
No.
On Channel 11? Breaking news. No one knows the news?
I don't watch the news.
Me either.
Well, this wasn't on there, but that's not a good attitude to have, Carson. But this is the news of the day. Look at this. 2 shoes. No more boots. Yeah. Look at that. I had graduation day last night at therapy and got rid of that boot.
If the channel 11 news is for old people, why is Miss Subject 37?
Well, first of all, no, I'm not 37 yet.
She's
But
36.
that was a
No,
joke.
she's
but
not
that
36. She's 29.
Anybody
That
can
was
use
my big news
the
from
news.
last night. I got my boot off and I have my brace on. But hold on, before I want to make sure I end my recording and then we can talk for a minute. But I just want to make sure you guys know. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to share with you. Raise your hand if you finished all of your science for the week. Okay, there's not many hands. You guys have until tomorrow. So I don't want you to have to. Big football weekend, right? Lots of wild card games. I hate to be bothering your dads and moms on Saturday and Sunday saying, put the chicken wings down, put the popcorn down, and get on there and do your science.
Miss Shevchik.
Hold on 1 second.
Miss
Don't
Subject.
forget to do your science. And I also want to
Miss Subject.
hold on a second. Don't forget to do your science. And I just want to double check. So if you're here right now, you don't need to send me this, but you do need to do the exit ticket. Remember, solve it in your packet. Then, just like before, it has those boxes. I fixed that for next week, but just try your best to put the partial products, either use the pen and draw it somewhere, or a lot of you are so smart, you just type the equations in the box. You have to show partial products or I will make you redo it because that's what we're practicing. One more thing you have to do today. On a piece of paper, you need to solve these 3 problems and bring them to class tomorrow. And you have fact practice also. But we're starting, I'm going to have you type these 3 answers in the chat for me starting class tomorrow to see if you can do them.
I already did them.
Okay, so now I had a lot of people calling my name and I said, hold on a minute, hold on a minute. Raise your hand if you have something you need to ask me so we can go one at a time. Okay, I see Corday's hand. What do you need?
I was actually telling you something. Did you know if you see the button on the computer that says AIT?
ALT?
Yeah.
By the space bar?
I figured out if you press ALT and S, it does the screen share.
Neat,
And
thank
if
you.
you press ALTH, it brings up the chat.
Wow, Corday, maybe you might work for CCL someday. Hey, Corday, let me see your face. Don't give anyone at home trouble today about completing your exit ticket. Just do it. You're really good at multiplication. So do it on your paper and then type your answers in for me, okay? Promise?
Promise.
Okay, Cooper, hand. I'm going to stop recording.